Hello, myself Nirav Sharma and I am pursuing Masters in Computer Science in Cardiff Metropolitan University. In this PPT, we are going to discuss about hate speech detection on Twitter using NLP technique. In this slide, we are going to discuss the overview including some points like problem statement, scope of the project, methodology, classifier used, tool and language. Let's start with introduction. So first of all, what is hate speech? So hate speech is a speech that attacks a person or a group of basis of attribute such as race, religion, or ethnic origin, national origin, gender, disability, sexual orientation. The law of some countries describe hate speech as speech, gesture of conduct, writing, or display the incitive violence or prejudicial action against a protected group or individual on the basis of their membership of the group. Social media platform like Twitter has raised concern about emerging dubious activities such as intensity of hate, abusive and offensive behavior among us. So the problem statement is the problem of defining classification of a tweet and formulating context dependent on bad language. Example makes the task quite challenging due to the inherent complexity of the natural language constructs a different form of hatred, different kind of targets, different way of represented the same meaning, especially on social media. The scope of the entire project. The scope of the entire project. The scope of the project is detect the hate speech from the tweets of the tweeters automatically by using trained machine learning classification model. This will help to reduce and take down those comments and tweets which hurts the sentiments of the people automatically. Now we are going to discuss the methodology which is in the next slide. In this methodology is about to solve the problem where we can detect hate speech using Twitter's tweet dataset. So we gonna use tagged dataset of the tweets which will help us to train the machine learning classifiers. So the procedure of this process is defined in the form of flowchart. So Twitter database, then exploitation of data, data pre-processing, classifier implementation, and we are going to get a result. The monumental naive-Bayes algorithm is the probabilistic knurling approach used in natural language processing (NLP). The Bayes theorem based method predicts the tags of the text, such as email or newspaper articles. It accesses each tag's likelihood for a given sample and then output the tag with highest probability. Decision tree. A decision tree is a tree structure with a flow chart that has an internal node. The branch is a decision rule and each leaf node displays the result. The root node is the topmost node in a decision tree. It learns to partition based on the value and the attribute. Recursive partitioning is a way to partitioning the tree in recursive manner. ADA boost algorithm. ADA boost algorithm is the approach of boosting utilizing as a assemble method in machine learning, and for adaptive boosting it is called adaptive boost. Since the weight of each instance reassigned to incorrectly ran instance with greater weights, boosting reduce bias and variant in supervised learning. In this slide, we recovered the term used for classification report precision. The percent of relevant example among the recovered examples is known as a precision. Recall, the percent of relevant example that have been recovered over the total number of relevant example is known as a recall, also known as a sensitivity or true positive rate. F1 score. The F1 score is being utilized as a criterion of evaluation. Precision and recall are combined to form of average weight. As a result, this score consider both false positives and false negatives. It is appropriate for problems with unequal class distribution. In this slide, which is show the result on above analysis. Tools and languages used. So Python is used to implement classifiers. To sum up, by balancing data with additional tweet categorized as a hate speech, the final model performance was reached. Exploratory data analysis have been used for the majority of the project. It revealed particular detail about the data. The final model was generated using the AdaBoost classifier. To determine the optimum parameters because of the complexity in English slang and slurs, hate speech identification is the difficult task for machine learning. This research demonstrates that we were successful in developing a system that can prove the content moderation with acceptable outcomes.